Welcome. Thank you for showing up for yourself today and joining us on CardioCast. I'm Shanda, here to guide you through this 45-minute yoga flow. Tune into your breath and trust I will guide you there with my voice. At some point, your yoga practice will become mostly an auditory journey, but until then, we have pose breakdowns in the workout guide if you would like some visual assistance. Other things to assist you in your practice today: yoga blocks that bring the ground closer to you, and blankets or pillows for extra padding. Props are meant to help and enhance your practice, so use them as you see fit. Also, don't forget to link CardioCast with Apple Health or Google Fit to get data about your workout. Let's begin, shall we? Let's find child's pose. Open your knees, hip width, or maybe even wider. Slide your hips towards your heels, extend your arms, and bow forward over your thighs. Forehead can land on the ground, or if the ground is pretty far, you can use a block right underneath your forehead to bring the ground closer to you. Now let's breathe. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more like that, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let's keep the depth of the breath, but now we'll seal our lips. Breathe in through your nose. Ujjayi breath on your exhale. Lips are sealed. You're making that sound at the back of your vocal cords, recruiting your muscles that you use to whisper. Let your breath be your anchor, your guide here today. Take one more big breath in and out. Inhale to tabletop. Stack your shoulders on top of your elbows, on top of your wrists. Knees are underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide. Zip your low belly up and in to lengthen your entirety of your spine, and then keep your gaze slightly down so that it's like you're picking up the back of your head towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your stomach, flip your tailbone up, lift your collarbones, pause here. Energetically drag your wrist creases back towards your knees to fire up all of your muscles. Slight microbend to your elbows. Inhale. Exhale, cat pose, round and curl. Drop your chin towards your chest, pull your belly button up, 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 and then drop your tailbone down towards the ground. Feel this opening of your shoulder blades. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And take one more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And inhale, come to neutral spine, tabletop. We move into some shoulder flossing. So keep your arms as straight as you possibly can, maybe a tiny micro bend in your elbows, and then the same thing with your spine. So scoop your low belly up and in. Your arms and your spine are not going to move here. The thing that we're working on is some scapular mobility. So spin your thumbs towards the top of your mat so your fingers will point towards the long sides of your mat. Right fingers will point toward the right side, left fingers will point towards the left side. It's kind of like you're spinning open a jar here. You might even open your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Inhale, drop your chest down your arm bones like an elevator. It might just be a tiny movement. Exhale, push and lift your chest away from your arm bones so you feel your shoulder blades separate on your back. Let's do that again. Inhale, drop your chest down through your arm bones so you're squeezing your shoulder blades. Exhale, push your chest back up your arm bones so you're opening your shoulder blades. Do a few more like that. Play around a little bit with the sensation. Again, depending on how much mobility you have in your shoulders, this might feel like a huge movement or it might feel relatively small. Wherever it is, you're breathing and you feel what you feel. Just be in your body. Take one more inhale, drop your chest down. Exhale, push your chest up. Inhale, back to tabletop, so spin your fingers forward again. Stack your shoulders on top of your wrist. Inhale, extend one leg and then the other, high plank pose, pause here. Shoulders are stacking over wrists. You still have your inner eyes of your elbows moving slightly forward. Zip your low belly up and in, engage your glutes, lengthen through your hamstrings, lengthen through your inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Pause, breathe. Soften your knees so much that you can push into your hands to bring your belly closer to your thighs. Head hangs heavy. Continue to spiral your inner arms towards your face. Maybe you're pedaling your heels, walking your dog. And take one more round each side if you have some movement, and then find stillness. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, walk to forward fold. Take your time, maybe anywhere between 6 to 10 steps to get there. And once you arrive, bring your feet to right behind your wrist creases. Bend your knees again, and any arm variation here works. Ragdoll variation, maybe you interlace your fingers at your sacrum. Maybe you just let your arms hang heavy. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to heel toe your feet together to touch, maybe a little sliver of space between your heels. Inhale, soften your knees. As you exhale, roll up one bone at a time. You come to stand. Bring your palms together, your hands to the heart, samastitihi. Soften your gaze or completely close your eyes. Today we tap into power and consistency. Consistency is key for anything and everything that we want to do in our lives. If we continue to show up as we are, where we are, we get to build on what we built before. We'll keep showing up today. Breathe with me to seal this intention. Inhale. And exhale. Let's begin our sun salutation A. Inhale, high mountain pose, arms sweep forward and up. Pause there. Lift your belly button up and in so that your hip tips and your low ribs come a little closer together. Spiral your biceps back, your pinky fingers back so you feel your shoulder blades slide open and down. Keep your quadriceps engaged. The weight is all four corners of your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold, hands dive through heart center. Inhale, high, halfway lift. Hands can come to your shin bones or above your knees on your thigh bones. Pause and breathe. Soften your knees just a touch to telescope your spine. Squeeze your shoulder blades on your back, and one more time, scoop your low belly in. Inhale. Exhale, high plank pose. Release your hands, step back 1 foot at a time. Inhale, shift forward so that your shoulders come over your fingertips. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now you can take your knees down first. I know this is the first one of the day. Squeeze your elbows into your ribs. Walk your fingertips back so that your fingertips are underneath your shoulder tops. Inhale, baby cobra, pause here. Push your feet tops into the ground. Engage your low body as your hips move towards the ground. Lift out of your hands just a touch so that more of the focus is on your back muscles working. Inhale. Exhale, release down. Inhale, hands and knees, tabletop, push yourself all the way back up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Simple sun A, that is how we flow. We'll start to link breath to movement, but as always, take all the time you need. Let's begin. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, walk to forward fold. Inhale, high, halfway lift, telescope your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hands move through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to high plank pose. Inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower all the way down, elbows graze your rib cage. Inhale, baby cobra, tops of the feet to the mat. Lift your chest up. Exhale, release the shape. Come all the way down. Inhale, push up hands and knees, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. We have one more round. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, forward fold, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, high mountain, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, forward fold, hands dive through heart center, release all the way down. Inhale, high halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, high plank pose, release your palms, step your feet back. Inhale, shift forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, lower all the way down, elbows into your ribs as you go. Inhale, baby cobra, lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades, shine your collarbones. Exhale, release all the way to the ground. Inhale, push up, hands and knees, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause, breathe, connect. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale through your nose. And seal your lips back to your Ujjayi breath on your exhale. Move into our sun salutation B, so listen for any changes. We'll keep it slow at first just so that you get the alignment and the stacking of the shapes, and then we'll start to flow as we link breath to movement. Cool, let's do it. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, high halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Pause here, breathe. Big toes are together, or your feet may be hip width apart if you need a little more space. Rock your weight back into your heels. Look down to make sure that you can see your toes so that your knees are not extending over your toes. That's it. Belly button draws in to drop your tailbone slightly down. Lift through your chest, however, so you're finding this weight in your heels, the sinking back of your lower half, and then this expansiveness in your upper half. Arms can be forward straight out of your shoulders or reaching up towards the sky. Breathe. Consistency is key for anything, and especially in shapes that challenge us. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, dive down, yes. Inhale, high halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to high plank pose, pause here. Inhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, middle plank pose, lower only so much that your elbows stay in line with your shoulders at a 90-degree angle. You're hovering here. Inhale, upward facing dog, flip to the tops of your feet, pause and breathe. Only 4 points of contact here, your feet tops and your hands. Everything else is engaged. Squeeze your glutes to lift your thighs up. Push into the ground to lift your chest up. Gazes forward. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push into the earth. Lift your hips up and back. Roll back over into your tucked toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. Know that every time we move through a half series, which is that high plank to mid plank to up dog to down dog, it is totally optional. So if you need to, either skip it, you can hold a plank pose, you can go straight back to down dog, you can go to child's pose, or you can come back to that baby cobra. Really, the choice is yours for those half series. Cool, let's continue. Inhale your right leg high, down dog plank, pause here. Square your outer right hip down. So instead of opening out your right hip, both hip points are still pointed towards your mat. Flex your toes towards your shin, so it's like you're lifting from the back edge of your glute and your hamstring. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot behind your right wrist crease. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Sweep your arms forward and up and breathe. You might soften your back knee a touch to drop your tailbone down. Scissor your inner thighs a little closer towards one another energetically so you keep your stability. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Sweep your right arm back behind you, pause, and breathe. You might bend your right elbow just to engage the opening of your chest a bit more. Maybe your gaze is all the way back over your right thumb. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms reach back up. Exhale, warrior two, turn and open your body to face the left side. Back toes pivot in slightly. Feel front heel to back arch alignment here. Front knee is bent towards 90 degrees. Now, your hips are making kind of a warrior 1.5 with your left hip bone moving towards the top left corner of your mat. Now from here, re-engage the twist so that you square your left shoulders towards the left side of your mat. Arms are reaching long in either direction, gaze is over your right middle finger. Inhale, star pose. Lift and lengthen, turn to the left corner or left side of your mat. Open your arms, drop your tailbone down so everything is straight. You kind of look like a radial starfish here. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, back to the top of your mat. Re-bend your front knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Send your top arm up, and it's like you're high-fiving the back wall. Very little weight in your left hand. Keep your front knee bending deep. Yes, so really reaching into that openness, that side body stretch here in your reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, high plank pose to mid plank pose. Use the same breath out to get there. Remember, this is optional. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And out. Excellent. Let's hit that left side. Inhale your left leg high, down dog kick, pause and breathe. Square your outer left hip down so both hip points are still facing towards your mat. Flex your left toes towards your shin, kick the back of the room. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot behind your left wrist crease. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms sweep forward and up, pause there. You might soften your back knee just a touch so that you can drop your tailbone down, and then energetically scissor your thighs towards one another. Tall spine here. Inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Reach your left fingertips back towards the back of the room as your chest expands towards the left side. You might soften your left elbow again to get more torque in your twist so that you're opening your chest more. Maybe your gaze moves over towards your left thumb. Inhale, high crescent lunge, come back through center. Exhale, warrior two, turn and open. Hips are facing the right side of the room. You still have that kind of 1.5 in your warrior two, so that you're rotating your right hip crease forward towards the top right hand corner of your mat. The left knee is bent towards 90 degrees, and you have the front heel to back arch alignment. Gaze is over your left middle finger. Keep it strong. Inhale, star pose. Turn your body over to the right side wall. Pause and breathe. Arms reach up. Legs are straight. Belly button is in. Tailbone is down. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, back to the top of your mat. Pivot on your heels. Turn your back toes in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your front knee. High five the back wall. Lift out of your right side body as well as lift out of your left side body. Weight is so light in your backhand. Inhale. Exhale, high plank pose to mid plank pose or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push in the ground, lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And out. That's it. Now we know our shapes. We're going to add some breath to movement. We get the flow going. Inhale and exhale. All right, let's flow. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, forward fold, walk, step, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Prepare your spine. Exhale, high plank to mid plank pose. Shoulders in line with your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, down dog kick, reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot behind your right wrist. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms forward and up. Exhale, open arm twist, reach your right hand towards the back of the room. Inhale, high crescent lunge, come back through center. Exhale, warrior two, turn and open your hips to the left. Inhale, star pose, straighten your legs, bodies towards the left side of your room. Exhale, warrior two pose, back to the top of the mat, be light on your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior, high five the back wall. Exhale, yogi's choice, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, or we're meeting in down dog. Let's do it again. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot behind your left wrist crease. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms forward and up. Exhale, open arm twist, reach your left hand towards the back of the room. Inhale, high crescent lunge, come back through center. Exhale, turn and open, warrior two, hips now face the right side of the room. Inhale, star pose, straighten both legs, whole body is towards the right side of the room, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, pivot on your feet, back to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, high five the back wall. Exhale, yogi's choice, move through your half series, or we meet in downward facing dog. I'll let you move through this one on your own breath, your own timing. Once you're in down dog, big breath in, big breath out, big breath in, and out. We'll move through that flow one more time. Listen for any changes that occur, and we'll continue to stay with our breath. Remember, consistency is key. Repetition will help us get to where we want. Inhale, bend your knees, look between your hands. Exhale, forward fold, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, reach your arms up, pause, and breathe here. Weight shifts back into your heels again. Inhale. Exhale, drinking bird. Wing your arms back like an airplane. Lift your heels up. Keep your chair pose, but now sit deeper. Yes. Can you lift your heels up even higher so that they stack on top of your tippy toes? Keep your chest lifted. Your hip hinge is deep here. Inhale, chair pose. Ground your heels. Lift your chest and arms. Exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank to mid plank, step back, shift forward, lower halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog, push the ground away, expand your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high, down dog kick. Exhale, low lunge, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open arm twist to the right, swing your right arm back. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms up. Exhale, warrior two, turn and open. Inhale, star pose, straighten your legs, your entire body facing the left side of your room. Exhale, horse pose, pause and breathe. Bend your knees to 90 degrees and then sit your hips down, hands to heart center. Push your hands into your chest as you lift your heart space up so that your thumbs are right in between your sternum. That's it. Now open your knees out so that you can see your big toes on the insides of your knees. That's it. So you're really activating your outer glutes here. Can you sit just a touch deeper? Inhale, star pose, lengthen everything back out, feels good. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, high five the back wall. Exhale, high plank to mid plank or anything in between. We meet in downward facing dog. Use your breath to get there, take your time. Beautiful. Big breath in and out. We only have one more side just like that. Inhale, your left leg high, down dog kick. Exhale, low lunge. Try to land your heel before your toes. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms sweep forward and up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, sweep your left arm back, twist your torso to the left side of your room. Inhale, high crescent lunge, arms sweep up. Exhale, warrior two, turn and open. Inhale, star pose, straighten both legs. Everything is facing the right side of your room. Exhale, horse pose, hands to heart center, bend your knees, sit your hips down, pause and breathe here one more time. Can you engage your outer hips so that your inner thighs lengthen? Scoop your low belly in so that there's not this kind of destruction in your lower back, but there is a long, tall spine that sits right outside of your pelvis. Breathe. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel like your muscles are really working it, if you're sweating, all of these things, know that consistency is key to be able to stay for longer. Inhale. Exhale, sit just a touch deeper. You got this. Inhale, start pose, lengthen both legs, arms up. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat, light on your feet. Inhale, reverse warrior, rebend your front knee, high five the back wall. Exhale, high plank to mid plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, roll forward, high plank pose. And exhale, come to your knees, take a seat, take a moment. Maybe you wipe your sweat off with your towel, take a breath, take a sip of water, whatever you need. Big breath in. Big breath out. Awesome. Now the warm-up is over. We will get into some core work. We have 3 minutes of core ahead of us. Some straight leg yogi bicycles, some double crunches, which I absolutely love because it works all the things. And then we'll find boat pose at the very end of that. So really, if you think about it, it's 3 minutes and 3 moves. You've got this. Cool. All right, let's start to set ourselves up. Roll your way all the way down to your back. And then once you get there, bend your knees, plant your feet. I want you to think about the strongest, longest spine that you can. So sip your low belly up and in so that your navel, your belly button is drawing back and towards the ground so that your lower spine is long and it's glued to the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your head, elbows open wide. And then keep your elbows as wide as you can so that you wouldn't be able to see them if you looked from left to right. Extend your legs all the way up to the ceiling. Flex your toes towards your shin. Inhale here. Exhale, lift, lower. Lift, lower. It's exhale, inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. That's it. We only got 8, 7, 6. You get a rest in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your feet, bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground. Take a moment here. So that was just to get us into this shape. Now we have our straight leg yogi bicycles coming up. Inhale and exhale. Cool. Once more, extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Flex your toes towards your feet. Now you can always just stay with these crunches like we did to prep, or we move into those straight leg yogi bicycles. Inhale. Exhale, lift your chest up and then twist your left shoulder towards your right leg as you drop your left leg down. Inhale, come back through center. And then exhale, do the opposite. So twist your right shoulder towards your left leg. It keeps extending towards the ceiling and your right leg is dropping down. Inhale, back to center. We'll do one more slow each side. Exhale, left shoulder towards your right leg. Drop your left leg down to hover like an inch or two above your mat. Inhale back to center, both legs up. And then exhale, twist your right shoulder towards your left leg. That still stays towards the sky. Let your right heel hover above your mat. Cool. Now we'll move with the beat. Inhale back through center. It's twist, center, twist, center, right, center, left, center. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Twist, center, twist, center. You got it. You can use your open mouth exhale, kind of like a strength training breath, to let out some heat. And it's also kind of nice just to hear yourself still breathing. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pencil stretch. Reach your arms above your head, legs long, all on the ground. That's it. Big breath in. And out. All right, we got our double crunch here. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Inhale, extend your arms, and then interlace your fingers behind your head again, so elbows wide. We lift it up for 2, chest down for 2. Now lift your hips for 2 and down for 2. So it's crunch in your upper, down, down, bridge up, and down, down. Lift your chest up and down, down. Lift your hips up and down, down. You got it. Lift and lower. It's lift and lower. One more time, chest up for 2 and down for 2. Hips up for 2 and down for 2. Inhale, hug your knees into chest. And then exhale, rock and roll up and down on your spine, forward and back until you get all the way upright onto your sitting bones. That's it. Now you're there. Bend your knees, flex your toes towards your shin so that your heels are dragging back towards your glutes. Now take your hands behind your knee creases or your hamstrings. Inhale, lift into your bow pose. Shins come parallel with your knees. Hands can still be behind your hamstrings. Lift your chest up, squeeze your shoulder blades. You're balancing on your sitting bones. Now stay here, or start to extend your arms forward, or maybe out in a T position for extra effort. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your feet down. Take a moment. Big breath in and out. All right, that was core. Now, all that's left in our class is some spinal work, some hips and surrender, and of course, the beautiful thing that we all work so hard for, our Shavasana. That's all you got. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Swing your legs around, your hips around, however you'd like to get back to down dog. Down dog in 3. Down dog in 2. Down dog in 1. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, roll forward, high plank pose, shoulder stack over wrist. Exhale, shift forward onto your tippy toes, lower all the way down. Nice, we'll set up for baby cobra. So walk your thumbs back so that your thumbs are in the midline of your chest. Hug your elbows into your ribs. Energetically begin to drag your wrist creases back just a touch. Now bring your forehead down so that your chin is slightly dropping into your chest. Feet can be hip width apart, or you can bring your big toes a little closer. Maybe play around with the shape and how it feels in your body for today. Inhale, baby cobra. Push into your feet tops. Push into your pelvis. Lift your chest up. Pause and breathe here. Can you keep the back of your neck long by looking down as opposed to forward? And then from there, once more, lighten up your fingertips just a touch so that the work is in the squeezing of your back muscles. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, release. Now we're not going to be in this rest shape forever, so you might keep your hands exactly as is and then just bring your chin to your chest so your forehead rests down. Perfect. Inhale, baby cobra once more. Lift your chest, breathe here. Exhale, hamstring curl, pull both heels in towards your glutes. Flex your toes towards your shin. So release any shoulder tension here. Grab into that nice strong work that you have in your back body. And then breathe. Let your chest do all of the expanding here. Relax your jaw. Relax your breath. Inhale. Exhale, legs go long, arms can extend alongside this time. Maybe you rest one side of your face and shake it out. Big breath in and out. We've got that shape one more time. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulder tops. Walk your thumbs back so that your thumbs are in line with the middle of your chest. Elbows wing back like grasshopper legs. That's it. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift your heart space up high. Push into your pelvis. Exhale, hamstring curl, both heels towards your glutes. Now here, can you really start to work the backs of your legs so that your hamstrings are the things that are drawing your heels closer to your glutes as opposed to using leverage or force. Relax your shoulders, relax your grip. Inhale. Exhale, long body again. Release all the way down. Maybe you rest the opposite cheek this time. You can shake a little, let any tension go. Big breath in and out. Now we have the essence of this shape. We move on to our bow pose. You can always stay with your baby cobra ends or your baby cobra with hamstring curl, or we move into this bigger shape. Now stay with me as I walk you through this. Bring your chin back to your chest so that you're dropping your forehead down to the mat. Arms are alongside, so it's like you're sliding your hands into your pockets so that your palms kind of face the outsides of your legs. Inhale, lift your chest up, and then soar your arms back like airplane arms. Exhale, hamstring curl. Now, heels to glutes so that you can grab the outside of your ankles. Right hand to right ankle, left hand to left ankle. That's it. Now use that. Once you have a grip on your ankles, push your shin bones back to expand your heart space. Keep your navel center, your belly drawing in so you're protecting your low back. Inhale, lengthen as opposed to lift. Lengthen. Exhale, release everything. Breathe. Whatever restful shape here speaks to you. Maybe you make a pillow out of your hands for your forehead to rest on. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly use one hand to push you onto your back. So use one arm to just flip yourself right on over. Beautiful. Once you're there, bend your knees, walk your heels back towards your hips. You may or may not be able to graze your heels with your middle fingers, but that's kind of what we're going for. Feet hip width apart, maybe a touch wider. Turn your toes more in and forward as opposed to out here. Knees are stacking on top of your ankles. We'll sit up for a few rounds of bridge pose. Inhale. Exhale, bridge pose. Push into your heels, lift your hips, pause and breathe. Palms are pushing down, and then use your triceps again to push into the earth to lift your heart. Now we were here for some of our core work. Remember those double crunches? But this time we're working more into depth as opposed to strength. Inhale. And exhale, release your hips down, broken bridge. Open your feet, knees knock together. You might windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And as always here, if you know additional variations or you know different types of things to add on to your practice, feel free to explore and use your creativity. I'll walk you through one more round of bridge pose. Rebend your knees if they are not. Bring your feet back to hip width apart. Inhale. Exhale, push into your heels, lift your hips up. Now this time, arms can stay alongside as your palms push down, or you can begin to shimmy your shoulder blades underneath you. So squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, and then take a basket grip with your fingers, interlace. From here, let this power your chest expansion. Push your forearms, your triceps into the ground. You still have space between your chin and your chest. Inhale. Exhale, release your hips, lower all the way down. Broken bridge, round 2. You might rock a little side to side. Big breath in. And big breath out. And prepare for a reclined figure 4. Bend your knees, plant your feet hip width again. Inhale. Exhale, cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex your toes towards your shin and then open your right knee out towards the right side of your room. Either stay here or, if you want, you can weave your right hand behind your left hamstring and your left hand to clasp. So making kind of a basket grip behind your left hamstring to deepen the stretch. Keep the back of your head down, right knee rotating out. Maybe stillness calls to you, or if you want, you can move a little from side to side, just getting that range of motion in. Inhale. And exhale, release. Unwind your legs, your hands, back to that bent knee position like we start for bridge. That's home base. Inhale. Exhale, recline figure 4 on the left side. Drag your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Flex your left toes towards your shin. Keep your knee opening wide. And again, stay here, or if you chose that deeper variation on the other side, do it on this side as well. You might find that rock from side to side. Maybe stillness feels best today. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hug your knees into chest. Exhale, Shavasana. Extend both legs long. Open your feet mat width apart. You might walk your shoulder blades underneath your body just a bit to lift your heart up. Palms face up towards the sky. And close your eyes. We'll be here for just a few moments, a few rounds of breath. Settling into our consistency. Knowing that every time we show up, in whatever way we show up, we're adding to our practice. When it's time to depart, I'll let you know. But for now, just breathe. Just be. Very slowly begin to bring awareness back into your body. You might move in whatever way feels good to slowly come back. No rush. And as you're ready, you can bend your knees again, plant your feet, and drift over onto whichever side calls to you, laying in this supported fetal position. Knowing that our Shavasana is that place of ending so that we can begin anew. Begin to press yourself back upright. You can find a simple seat, an easy cross-leg position, or a simple hero's pose seated on your heels. Bring your palms together, thumbs to your heart. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. And give a moment to yourself, that appreciation, that gratitude for your body, for your spirit bringing you here. Move your palms, your thumbs come to your third eye. Big breath in and out. We bow to seal our practice. We bow to that light, that teacher within all of us. Knowing that consistency is the key that unlocks many doors, we give ourselves that time and space. And thank you so much for joining me today. Feel free to connect with me directly on Instagram at Okti Music, or you can tag us at CardioCast app on Instagram. We also have a CardioCast member community Facebook group. Feel free to check us out there. If you enjoyed the flow, please leave a 5-star review in the App Store or Google Play so others can enjoy it as well. Thank you so much again for spending your time, your effort, your energy into putting that consistency into practice. That's all from me today. See you next time. Namaste.